It was all bad.
It was frowned upon.
Yeah.
But you making this
frowned
money.
upon. That's a lightweight.
That's a lightweight?
It was frowned upon.
It was like you was doing foul shit.
Yeah, it was foul. That shit was whack.
People were getting hard diss songs about that.
That shit was whack. That shit was corny. And Will Smith ain't shit.
But you making the money. You got the Hollywood license. You go from Philly to actual real Hollywood. How was that experience?
You know, it was more than Philly Hollywood that was hard. It was the Philly LA that was hard.
Okay.
Like they got different rules in LA, and it's like, you know, you learn the hard way walking around in LA with your red Phillies baseball cap on. Like
that's Piru, right? Oh shit, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. I was like, we was learning the hard way out there. It's like they just got this. It's different rules.
Right.
You know, so it's the first thing was like trying to just get the lay of the land of how to move out there. In terms of Hollywood, I guess the really like the big issue in the transition for me was more about acting. The difficulty was about acting versus rapping. It's a whole different thing to like be looking in somebody's eyes and say a line.
So you saying from the sitcom to the movies?
From music to the sitcom.
It wasn't like a music video. This is
it's not. It was like a really different thing that was hard for me, and I was like mouthing people's lines and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so it was like learning.
Yeah,
it was terrible. It was terrible. That the big transition was like Quincy never asked if I could act. He saw my music video, so he assumed that I could act. So I was on the set of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and never had really done anything.
Right.
Incredible.
You know, so it was like that. But, you know, Quincy had the power to do that.
What was your first serious role? Because, you know, at the end of the day, they all thought, you know, rappers are fads, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know, you're on the Fresh Prince, and it's working. But then it's like, you know, I know Jamie Foxx was like the Ray character, right? What was your first serious role besides Muhammad Ali?
The first one. I did a movie, I think, second season of Fresh Prince. Called 6 Degrees of
Separation. Yes, okay.
Separation. So that was my first, attempt at dramatic acting. But on the Fresh Prince, really the father scene with Uncle Phil was like the first attempt at a real.
No hood want to watch that scene. No hood. That make every hood song. Don't you put that scene on? Niggas be like, the toughest dude in the world. Be like,
how come he don't want me, man? It's like, woo, that's damn. I just did it to myself. Our training is actually on the job.
Will, your training is having sex with Hollywood directors, and man, that's how you get into Hollywood. And that checking in thing is ridiculous. The only place you should check in as an adult is at the hotel.
Roger. Tell these
King Gus.
subscribe to the Prophet channel.
Oh, I got you.